Our topic for this assignment is Business Statistics Result of Diploma in Accounting of Semester 2 students in College Professional Mara Aimal.
Okay, we're moving on. We choose simple random sampling method. A sample is selected in a such way that every item in the population has equal chance to be selected. First, we're numbering every individuals in the population. Second, we choose 30 random sampling in the population. We had choose our qualitative data is gender and grades. For quantitative data, we choose score test 1, score final, and for the last one is score assignment. Alright, for qualitative variable, we choose a gender for the IE student Qmt2043. Following from pie chart, we had found female 16 and male 14. For the next qualitative variable, we choose grades for the IE student Qmt2043. The highest result for grades is A, which is 11 number of students, and the lowest grades is A minus and C, which is 1 number of students. Alright, this is a frequency distribution table of a 30 student in test 1 Qmt2043. The achieved normal distribution shows timingly increase as starting from cumulative frequency 12 to cumulative frequency 29. This is frequency normal distribution marks of 30 students in final Qmt2043. Alright, we're moving on to the histogram final marks diploma in accounting Qmt2043. From all 30 students, 14 students get highest mark for final marks. This is frequency normal distribution table marks of 30 students in assignments Qmt2043. Next, we're moving on to frequency polygons in assignments diploma in accounting 2043. From all data above, we have found 14 number of students get highest for midpoint 18.15 in assignment marks. Alright, this is the frequency of distribution table for test 1. Alright, we're moving on to the calculations. For mean, we use these calculations. 1600.75 divided by 125, then we will get the answer is 12.81. The mean mark of student for test 1 is 12.81. We're moving on to the mode. At model class 11.1 to 12, this is the highest number of students. So we use this formula to calculate the mode. We will get majority of students mark for test 1 is 11.55. Median, total number of students is 30. Then we use this formula and divide by 2. 30 divided by 2, then we will get the position is 50. Alright, we use this formula to calculate the median. And we will get value of median at 50 position is 35.05.
So now we're going to calculate mean, mode, median for final. Okay, the first one, mean. So how to calculate mean? So this is the formula. So we just insert the number. Okay, 3099.85 will divide with 77 and we will get the answer is 40.26. So the mean value of the students for final is 40.26. So now we calculate the mode. Okay, so 45.05 plus 14 minus with 6 and divide with 8 plus 14 and we will times with 5. And the answer is 46.87. So the majority of students marked for final is 46.87. Okay, so now look into median. So this is the formula. So but first step is we need to, okay, so 30 students is selected. So we will, the formula is n divide with 2. So 30 will divide with 2 and we will get 50th position. So we'll look into the 50th position. So the lower boundaries is 35.05, and we will plus with 15, minus with 10, and divide with 0, and times with 5. So the answer is value of median at the 50th position is 35.05. Okay, so now we will calculate the mean for assignment. So the first step is we will look into this formula as I said just now. Okay, so 1682.1 divide with 94 and we will get 17.89. So the mean value of student for assignment is 17.89. Okay, so now let's check this out. Mode. So use this formula once again, and then 17.85 plus 12 minus 7 divided with 5 plus 10, and we will times with 0.6. So the answer is 18.05. So the majority of students marked for assignment is 18.05. Okay, last one is median. So we will use this formula, and then 16.65 plus 15 minus with 9 and over with 1, and we will times with 0.6 to 0.25. But don't forget how we will get the 50th position. 30 students are selected, so the formula is n divided with 2. So 30 divided with 2 and we get 50th position. That's how you get 15. Okay? So the value of median at the 15th position is 20.25. Okay, so now we will calculate test 1 standard deviation. Okay, so now we will use this formula since our students are equal to 30. Okay, so now we use this formula and we will get 3.94. So the value of standard deviation of KPM-DIA students result on test 1 is 3.94. Okay, now we move to coefficient of variation. So we will use this formula, standard deviation divide with mean and times with 100. Okay, so just now we got the value of 3.94. So we just insert into the formula and we divide 3.94 over 12.81 and times with 100 and we will get 30.76. So now we move to Pearson's measure of squareness. Okay, so we use this formula, mean minus with mode and divide with standard deviation. Okay, we use the value of mean 12.81 minus with 11.55, the value of mode, and we divide with standard deviation 3.94 and we get 0.32. Okay, since this is a positive value, so we will look into this graph. When Pearson's squareness the value is greater than 0, it shows that it is positively skewed to the right. So we can see this graph. This proves that it is right skewed and it means that it is positive squareness. Okay, so now we move to the calculation for standard deviation for final. Okay, just like I mentioned before, we use this formula because our students are equal to 30 students. Okay, so we just insert a number and we will get 8.28. So value of standard deviation of KPM-DIA students, result on final is 8.28. Okay, so now let's move to coefficient of variation. So we use the same formula and then we use 8.28, which is standard deviation just now, and we will divide with 40.26, which is the value of mean, and we times with 100 and we get 20.57. Okay, last one. Pearson's measure of squareness. We use this formula and then the value is 40.26, which is the mean, and then 46.87, the value of mode, and we divide with 8.28, the value of standard deviation, and we get a negative 0.8. When we get negative 0.8, we will see this function. When the Pearson squareness is smaller than 0, it means that it is negatively skewed to the left. This will prove by this graph. Okay, this graph shows that it is left skewed, which means negative skewness. Okay, last one, we will calculate standard deviation, coefficient of variation, Pearson's measure of squareness for assignment. Okay, so first one, standard deviation. So like I mentioned before, last reminder, use this formula as our students are 30 students. Okay, so we will get 0.84. So the value of standard deviation of the PMDIA students' result on assignment is 0.84. Okay, move to coefficient of variation. So we use the same formula, 0.84, which is the value of standard deviation, and we'll divide with 17.89, which is the value of mean, and we'll times with 100, and we'll get 4.7. Okay, the last one, Pearson's measure of squareness. This is the formula, and 17.89, the value of mean, we minus with 18.05, the value of mode, and divide with 0.84, the value of standard deviation. So the answer we will get is negative 0.19. Okay, the answer is negative, right? So once again, we look at this graph. So once again, when the Pearson's squareness value is smaller than 0, it means that it is negative skewed to the left. So this is a graph, it means that it is left skewed, and it shows that it is negative squareness.